Chapter 40, Dragon Sparrow Key Nurturing Technique. At the lofty height of Pure Yang Peak, a grand hall stood near the heavenly pool. Han Yi walked all the way through the gate, following elder sister Shen to the hall. The hall was cold, quiet, and spotless. The faint smoke of incense wafted up, soothing one's mind. Han Yi noticed a huge statue placed inside the hall. It depicted a man clad in a Taoist robe, standing on the back of a jiaolong, surfing the waves. He held a towering celestial disc behind his back, his gaze sharp and piercing, effect, as if alive, with a pair of giant wings sprouting behind him. Dragon Sparrow Tao Lord, he slowly intoned, facing the spirit plaque. Seeing his curiosity, elder sister Shen said, "This is Dragon Sparrow Tao Lord, the first great cultivator to ascend from Dragon Sparrow sect 1,000 years ago. Although he was originally an ordinary cultivator, he later came into great fortune, survived numerous life-threatening challenges, rose to prominence amongst the many prodigies of his time, and finally achieved the legendary Python and Sparrow Swallow the Dragon. His ascension has been lauded as a legendary feat. He is here." When Han Yi nodded, a brawny, deep voice came from the side. "Indeed, the Tyrant King bloodline. His vital energy is indeed thick." A large man with a slim face, clad in a black martial robe and hands clasped behind him, strode toward the center of the hall. His arms were robust, giving off an oppressive aura. His hair was short, his beard ragged, his face was iron-like, with bright and powerful eyes. The most noticeable feature was a 3-inch-long scar at the corner of his mouth. It looked like he had been bitten by a fierce beast. Not remotely a fierce god or evil spirit, he still looked somewhat frighteningly impressive. "Greetings, Elder Guy." Han Yi respectfully bowed slightly. "This man must be Pure Yang Peak's chief elder, Guy Mission. What level have you reached in your physical cultivation?" Elder Guy questioned straightforwardly, without any frills or pleasantries, in reply to Elder. "I am at the 4th level, the Blood Marrow Realm," Han Yi promptly answered. Elder Guy nodded, his voice deep. "Being able to reach the Blood Marrow Realm is no small feat. No wonder old Zhang recommended you. It shows your foundation is solid. Most disciples of the outer sect are stuck in the internal organs realm, unable to proceed to key cultivation." Followed by that, Elder Guy showed a playful smile, raising his voice. "However, youngster, let's make things clear. If you can't take the hardship of cultivation here in Pure Yang Peak, you will be immediately ousted. I don't care who brought you in." In response, Han Yi sober-lined, "Junior understands." Seeing his docile and honest demeanor, Guy Mission thought to himself, "This youngster seems pretty honest. Given he is at the Blood Marrow Realm battling key cultivators, suggests he had great potential. Joining Pure Yang Peak was indeed a wise choice. Old Zhang's divinations can sometimes be reliable. However, this matter can't be taken lightly." After thinking for a while, Elder Guy spoke to Elder Sister Shen regarding those outer sect disciples who tried to extort you yesterday. "Let them pack and leave within the day. Pure Yang Peak has no need for such scum." "Yes," Elder Sister Shen respectfully agreed. Guy Mission's gaze returned to Han Yi's face, instructing him, "In Pure Yang Peak, there aren't many rules. You just need to remember 4 words to fight to endure one. When facing demon cultivators, you must fight. When facing hardships of cultivation, you must endure. This applies to all disciples. The strong are entitled to more resources. You should know, in Pure Yang Peak, your elder sister Shen is the only female disciple, but none of your elder brothers can match her. So, nobody will favor you, as Pure Yang Peak values strength above all. Do you have any objections?" "None," Han Yi answered solemnly. Elder Guy nodded in satisfaction, tossing a jade slip from his hand, and waved him away, saying, "Your sister Shen will explain to you how to use the jade slip and other cultivation matters in the future." "I understand, Elder." Feeling the warmth of the spirit stones, Han Yi nodded his head. "Still calling me Elder?" Elder Guy raised an eyebrow. "Disciple pays his respects to Master." Han Yi scratched his head embarrassedly and bowed again. "Go." After leaving the Great Hall, Sister Shen explained to Han Yi how to use the jade slip along the way. She turned her white neck to demonstrate. This technique is called Dragon Sparrow Key Nurturing Technique. It is the most basic method in the sect and is mandatory for all novice disciples. You just have to hold the jade slip, keep your eyes on it, and your spiritual power can read the content of the method. Quite amazing indeed. Han Yi followed her instructions, grasped the jade slip, and a glow slowly emanated from it. Subsequently, lines of text appeared in his mind, clearly legible, much more convenient than flipping through a book. Sister Shen smiled slightly and said, "The manuals of martial artists and the key cultivation method of cultivators generally use 3 types of recording methods. Mankind uses ordinary paper pages. How many years it can be preserved depends on luck. Apart from war and man-made calamities, over the long years, dampness and damage and so on will also cause gradual damage and disappearance. So within the sect, nurturing spirit jade acting as a jade slip for martial arts techniques has become the norm. A single nurturing spirit jade slip can be treasured for thousands of years without destruction. These inherited techniques are the sect's trump cards and often kept a secret." Seeing Han Yi successfully accessing the technique, Sister Shen continued, "As the saying goes, key cultivation begins with refining the body. As you have already crossed this step, let's move straight to key cultivation. Key cultivation is generally divided into 5 levels, remember that. Isn't it from the 1st level to the 10th level?" Han Yi was slightly surprised. Sister Shen shook her head. "The cultivation world progresses with time, out with the old and in with the new. Your division is the outdated one from the Middle Ages. It isn't very specific for the vast majority of key practitioners, and the difference between each level is minuscule. Therefore, people made a new division to sort out who's stronger in key cultivation. Please continue, sister." Key cultivation is simply the process of us cultivators converting the heavenly, earthly spiritual key into our own spiritual key. The speed and quantity of this process vary among individuals, forming varying levels of talent. After drawing in the key, the level of true key transformed in the danshin varies. If it's as small as a cup and shows no movement, then it's the 1st realm. When it accumulates, like pond water, a shallow pool, then it's the 2nd realm. The pool transforms into river water, plenty and flowing, coursing through the meridians, it's the 3rd stage. When the body is filled with true ki, it's like an ocean, broad and boundless, forming a ki sea, it's the 4th stage. Lastly, near infiniteness, vast and magnificent, is the realm of completeness. So, simply put, there are 5 stages: the cup, the pool, the river, the sea, and the completeness, right? Han Yi quickly confirmed. Sister Shen nodded her head. Correct. Only when you cultivate to the 4th stage, the sea realm, can you undergo rebirth to enter the foundation establishment stage. Although the Dragon Sparrow key cultivation technique has not been considered top-notch among current key cultivation methods, it definitely has its place among the various large sects. It is unquestionably an essential item for any key practitioner. I understand. Han Yi nodded. I see that you have already started drawing in ki and have true ki. But there's some way to go before reaching the stage of the cup full of water. After a few days, you can stay in the peak to cultivate. In 3 days, the sect will hold the grand ceremony to officially welcome you as disciples of the sect.